Good day. Welcome to today's planning briefing for March 8th. I'm Alex Lukenbiel, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Missoula. We'll begin by taking a look at the key impact points we're going to discuss in this briefing. We'll see some snow tonight through Monday morning, with the focus mostly across north central Idaho. We'll see another round of light snow across northwest Montana on Wednesday, and this system will mainly bring accumulations to higher elevation areas, such as mountain passes. And more importantly, there's potential for a big change Friday into Saturday. A potential for some Arctic air to possibly sneak across the divide, which could bring some much colder temperatures and a return of valley snowfall for much of the area. Here's a look at the current satellite view. So we have a large, broad area of low pressure off the west coast of the United States. Further to the west, there's a ridge of high pressure that's amplifying. And then tonight, the system that we'll see move in is currently off the coast of Oregon. So this system will slowly move eastward and bring in light snow across much of the area, especially in north central Idaho tonight into Monday morning. So let's take a look at the timing and evolution of the precipitation and snowfall that we'll see this evening through Monday morning. So later this evening, around 9 p.m. on Sunday, we'll see light snow begin to spread into the Camas Prairie. And as we head into early Monday morning, snow becomes more widespread. We have the most confidence in north central Idaho seeing snowfall at this time, but as you'll see in this model, there is some potential that snow could push a little bit further north and bring some light accumulations to the I-90 corridor up through the Mission and Flathead Valley potentially. And then as we go through time, it moves eastward, and then southwest Montana starts to get into the mix around sunrise on Monday morning. And accumulations in southwest Montana will be on the light side, as you'll see with the precipitation intensity trending downward with time. Taking a look at the probability of 1 inch or more of snowfall, you'll see the higher probabilities are definitely across north central Idaho. Grangeville coming in about 70%. Little Pass, same story. And as you work further to the north and east, the probabilities go down. So we're just not as confident as much accumulating snow is going to fall across these areas. Let's take a quick look at some timing graphs. First, here's a Whitebird Hill. So you'll see that snowfall begin later tonight into Monday morning. And temperatures will be kind of on the mild side initially, low 30s, and then transitioning into the upper 20s. A similar story with Lola Pass. Temperatures will be a little bit cooler, dropping into the mid-20s by Monday morning. Evero Hill starting a little bit on the warmer side and then cooling near freezing with about an inch of accumulation tonight through Monday morning. So now let's transition and talk about the storm that's coming in on Wednesday, and then the larger, more impactful system that's coming in Friday and Saturday. So what we're looking at here is a 500 millibar geopotential height anomaly. So it's just giving us an idea of where the troughs of low pressure and ridges of high pressure are setting up. So blue means lower heights, which are typically associated with lower pressures at the surface. And you'll see as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, there's a wave that will drop through British Columbia and Alberta. So that's going to put us in northwest flow, which favors northwest Montana for some light snowfall, mainly across the higher elevations with this system. It doesn't have a whole lot of precipitation to work with. And then as we get into Friday, you'll notice a ridge of high pressure starting to build off the west coast of the United States. And then into Saturday, or Friday night to Saturday, the ridge really amplifies into Alaska, and it opens the door for some of this colder air to march south across British Columbia and Alberta, bank along the Continental Divide, and potentially move into western Montana. So let's take a look at what the confidence level with this system. So there's a lot going on here, but we're just going to focus on the top two graphs. So on this right top graph here, we'll notice that the temperatures throughout the week are pretty mild, close to average for Kalispell, upper 30s, lower 40s. But as we go into Friday and Saturday, you notice there's a considerable downward trend in the temperature forecast. And in the top left graph here, we can take a look at what the spread is like for these high temperature forecasts. And the forecast right now is going for a high of about 30, but you'll notice there's a lot of spread. We could see highs anywhere from the lower 20s to upper 30s, depending on how far west that colder air is able to spread across the continental divide. So uncertainty is high, but the potential is there for a lot colder temperatures. And you may be asking, well, what about snowfall with this system? So here we're looking at some snowfall graphs for Kalispell. And if on the right here, the right middle graph, 24-hour snowfall percentage, what are some of the probabilities for different snowfall increments? Well, by Saturday morning, right now, guidance is suggesting there's about a 70% chance of seeing at least a couple inches of snowfall. And the median forecast, which is the most likely forecast to verify at this time, is suggesting about 3 inches of snow. So we have decent confidence that we'll see some valley snowfall, but as you'll see, we have a lot of spread. We could see some light accumulations or potentially even some higher ones depending on how this system plays out. To wrap things up, let's take a look at the weather threat matrix. So we've highlighted Monday as yellow across north central Idaho, southwest Montana, and Lemhi County with that round of snowfall that's moving in. And then Wednesday up north in northwest Montana, we'll see some light snow at the passes. The valleys could potentially see some light snow or flurries in the morning, but temperatures will be on the warm side, so we're not expecting a whole lot of accumulation there. And then the main story is that potential for a bigger weather pattern change Friday into Saturday. And right now we have moderate threats possible across northwest Montana with snow, wind, and then a fairly decent temperature drop expected with that cold air that moves across the divide. Other areas we're expecting to see low impacts at this time, but that could certainly change. Thank you for joining us for today's briefing. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. Hope you have a great day.